Back when Walt was making Mickey a star, him and iWorks wanted to replicate the same dynamic that Oswald had with his love interest Hortensia. So Walt designed a brand new character named Minnie. Her initial design was similar to a flapper girl, with black stockings, excessively large high-heeled pumps, and a short flapper girl dress. Most people know Walt was the original voice for Mickey, but did you know he was also the original voice of Minnie as well? He was Minnie's voice for only a few cartoons, most notably Steamboat Willie. Marcellite Garner would eventually play the role. Garner started out as a Disney ink artist, and after 6 months, Walt offered her an audition to play Minnie. She got the part after finding out that she could sing and also speak in Spanish, since both were required in The Cactus Kid. The character in the beginning would be portrayed as a damsel in distress, where by the end of the short, Mickey would save her. She was given a dog in The Picnic, named Rover, who would eventually be named Pluto. Pluto was first seen in the 1930 classic The Chain Gang. In fact, a duplicate version of the dog is shown in that same film. There is a lot of debate on what was named Pluto first, the dog or the dwarf planet. The fact is, Venetia Burney thought of the name Pluto for the planet because of her fascination with Roman mythology. The dog would not be named Pluto until April 1931 in Moose Hunt, more than a year after the planet had already been discovered. Speaking of Moose Hunt, it's in that short where the dog shows up as Mickey's pet for the first time. The character was animated by Norman Ferguson, and the goal was to contrast his aggressive personality with his squeaky clean Mickey Mouse. Pluto was one of the first animated characters to process thoughts through the use of animation, in the 1934 classic Playful Pluto. The success of that short led to Pluto being given his own Silly Symphony cartoon titled Mother Pluto. Pluto is the only established character to star in a Silly Symphony short, along with being the first parent among the Fabulous Five. The success of Mother Pluto led to Pluto starring in his own solo series, though most of his roles were co-starring with characters such as Mickey. Despite Pluto's success, Minnie would not star in her own special until 1988. She would appear in color for the first time in the 1935 film On Ice. Since then, the animators would expand on her personality and solidifying Mickey and Minnie as a couple. In an interview, Walt was quoted saying, "Private life, Mickey is married to Minnie. What it really amounts to is that Minnie is, for screen purposes, his leading lady." The Fabulous Five would go on to entertain millions of people for years to come. But before we cover that, tune in next time where we showcase part 1 of Walt's Folly.
From the moment that Disney announced that he was working on a feature picture, people in the business thought, he's got to be out of his mind.
During the last few years, we've ventured into a lot of different fields. We've had the opportunity to meet and work with a lot of wonderful people. I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse.